University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, two more student teams are preparing to run the intellectual gauntlet tonight with some pretty difficult questions to get through before the gong reveals which of them has made it through to the second round. The University of Reading emerged from the schools of arts and sciences founded in the late 19th century. In 1892, it became an extension college of Christ Church, Oxford, and in 1904, its London Road site was donated by the local Palmer family of the biscuit magnates Huntley and Palmer. It received its royal charter in 1926, an unusual occurrence between the two world wars, and alumni include the former children's laureate Michael Rosen and the musician Jamie Cullen. It has a noted Department of Meteorology, which celebrates its 50th anniversary this year, and graduates of that school include the weather presenters Laura Tobin, Jay Wynn and Thomas Schaffenacker. With an average age of 30, representing over 13,000 students, let's meet the Reading team.
Hello, my name is McDonald Uka. I'm originally from Nigeria, and I'm studying for a Master's in Business Economics in emerging and developing markets.
Hello, I'm Jan Kamieniecki. I'm originally from London, and I'm doing a PhD in atmospheric physics.
And this is their captain.
Hi, I'm Sammy Buzzard from Cheshunt in Hertfordshire, and I'm doing a PhD looking at modelling Antarctic ice shelves.
Hi, I'm Lewis Blackshaw. I'm from Exeter in Devon, and I'm studying statistics.
Their opponents represent Imperial College London, which won this championship in 1996 and again in 2001. It was formed from several 19th century institutions which were merged to celebrate Queen Victoria's Jubilee in 1887, and in 1907 it received its royal charter and was incorporated into the University of London. It achieved independence on its centenary in 2007. Tonight's captain admits that Imperial does live up to its reputation of being full of nerds, in case anyone watching thinks they've accidentally switched over to an episode of The Big Bang Theory. It's rare for them to have a conversation without including p-values, particle physics and the aesthetic merits of Battlestar Galactica. Alumni include the polymath Sir Alexander Fleming, the cricketer W.G. Grace, the missionary David Livingstone and the musician Brian May. With an average age of 22 and representing around 15,000 students, let's meet the Imperial team.
Good evening. My name's Ben Fernando. I'm from Birmingham and I'm studying physics.
Hi, I'm Ash from Browder. I'm from North London and I'm also studying physics.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm James Beezer. I'm from Manchester and I'm also studying physics.
Hello, I'm Honor Tamor. I'm from London and I'm studying for a PhD in mathematical statistics.
OK, the rules never change on this show, so let's just get on with it. Fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. I was racked with sexuality, but it wore off when I helped my father put manure on our rose bed. These are the words of which fictional character whose creator died in April 2014?
Reading Blackshaw.
Adrian Mole.
Adrian Mole is correct, yes. Your bonuses are on the names of Scottish council areas, Reading. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, Macduff is the Thane of which historic county of Scotland? It shares its name with the present-day council area.
Fife. I don't know.
Fife?
Correct. The historical Macbeth is believed to have been the Mormaer, or chief, of which historic county of Scotland, sharing its name with both the current council area and the Firth lying to its north.
Yes. Forth?
That's Moray. And finally, the second part of the name of a council area in Western Scotland is Bute. What's the first part? It shares its name with a small metal pot popular in the 18th and 19th centuries for serving gravy.
Argyll?
Argyll is correct. 10 points for this. The first metal to be isolated by electrolysis by Sir Humphry Davy, which element has three principal isotopes? 39 and 41, both of which are very stable, and 40, with a very long half-life. It is the fourth heaviest in Group 1 of the periodic table.
Imperial Fernando.
Potassium?
Correct. I thought you talked of little else but the periodic table at Imperial, but here we go on a set of bonuses for you. They're on centenarians. Reaching her centenary in 2014, the pharmacologist Frances Oldham Kelsey is noted for her refusal, despite corporate opposition, to authorise the sale of which sleeping pill in the United States? It was later proved to be the cause of severe birth defects in the UK and elsewhere.
Thalidomide.
Correct. Edward J. Lofgren was a major figure in the development of which particle accelerator at the University of California, Berkeley? The antiproton was discovered there in 1955.
The Stanford Linear Accelerator.
That's the Bevatron. And finally, Ken Medlock, who marked his 100th birthday in 2014, revived the fortunes of which annual publication during the 1960s? He also helped establish the trophy of the same name awarded to the winner of Test series between England and the West Indies.
Reader's Digest.
It's Wisden. 10 points for this. Devised in the late 1950s by the psychologists Weitzenhofer and Hilgard, a scale that ranks people's susceptibility to hypnosis is named after which university in California?
Imperial Visa.
Stanford.
Correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on an Explorer, Imperial. On his first voyage of discovery in 1642, which Dutch navigator sailed south from Mauritius and then east, sighting land on November the 24th in the present-day Australian state named after him?
Abel Tasman.
Tasman is correct, yes. Tasmania was given its current name in 1856. What name did Tasman give to it after the governor of the Dutch East Indies who'd sent him on the voyage?
Van Diemen's Land.
Correct. In which country is Abel Tasman National Park? Part of it lies on a bay where he made landfall in December 1642.
New Zealand?
Correct. Right, time for a picture round. You're going to see a representation of a mathematical construction. For 10 points, I need the name of the mathematician with whom it's associated.
Imperial Fernando.
Mandelbrot.
Mandelbrot is correct. A Mandelbrot set is an example of a fractal, a mathematical object that exhibits a similar repeating structure, whatever scale it's viewed at. For your bonuses, 3 more fractals with 5 points for each that you can name. Firstly...
I recognise it, but I don't know what it's called.
Try cock, just because it's a triangle. Try cock, just because it's a triangle.
Cock?
No, it's a Sierpinski triangle or gasket or sieve. Secondly, the group of fractals for which this is the ternary example.
Cantor.
Cantor.
Correct. And finally...
Cock, that is cock.
Cock.
Cock, snowflake is correct. 10 points for this. Which Swiss city gives its name to an annual international ballet competition for young dancers? Situated on Lake Geneva, it's also the headquarters of the International Olympic Committee.
Reading Kamieniecki.
Lausanne.
Lausanne is correct, yes. Right, you get a set of bonuses this time, Reading, on computer programming languages. Firstly, consisting of 2 conjoined words, what name is given to the powerful programming language released in 1993 that automates the actions of the Macintosh operating system and many of its applications?
It's COBOL. Is it?
Linux?
No, it's AppleScript. Secondly, which programming language was developed at the University of Marseille in the early 1970s? It's been applied in many areas of artificial intelligence research.
Fortran?
No, it's Prolog. Finally, written in the C programming language, which popular operating system was originally developed by Bell Laboratories in 1969 and has a variety of different versions in use today?
Unix?
Unix is correct, yes. 10 points for this. Containing no chapters and no paragraph breaks for the first few pages and sharing an imprint with authors such as Ovid, Confucius and Henry James, whose autobiography was published by Penguin Classics in 2010.
Imperial Visa.
Morrissey.
Morrissey is right. So you get a set of bonuses now, Imperial, on works by Tom Stoppard. Stoppard's 1997 play, The Invention of Love, portrays aspects of the life of which English poet, born in Worcestershire in 1859?
Larkin, too late?
Thomas Hardy.
No, it's A.E. Houseman. With music by Andrei Previn and performed with a full orchestra, the title of which play is a mnemonic used to remember the notes on the lines of the treble stave.
Every good boy deserves favour.
Every good boy deserves fruit, maybe.
Every good boy deserves favour.
Correct. And finally, which writer and political figure was the author of the semi-autobiographical play Largo Desolato, which Stoppard translated from Czech to English for its world premiere in Bristol in 1986?
Václav Havel.
Correct. 10 points for this. What name is given to the advanced form of heterogamy exhibited by all animals and many higher plants, in which one of the gametes is small and motile and the other is large and non-motile?
Reading buzzard.
Diploid?
No, anyone want to buzz from Imperial? It's oogamy. 10 points for this. Meaning reorganisation. The term Tanzimat denotes the reforms in which empire during the mid-19th century? They included the centralisation of administration of...
Imperial tamer.
Ottoman Empire.
Indeed, yes. Right, you're going to say the bonuses, this time on volcanic eruptions, Imperial. Which country saw a fissure eruption begin near the Bawada volcano in August 2014? By November, the subsequent lava field covered around 70 square kilometres.
It would be Iceland. It was the country the volcano.
Yes, it did say which ice field.
Ice field. Vatnajökull, maybe?
Yeah. Go on.
Vatnajökull.
No, I don't know the country.
Just said it, I don't know.
Nominate Browder.
Vatnajökull.
No, it's Iceland. Which island was created off the south coast of Iceland when a volcano erupted on the seabed in 1963? It was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008.
Nominate Browder.
Surtsey.
Surtsey is correct. Iceland's volcanic activity results from its location on the top of which ridge, marking the boundary between the Eurasian and North American plates?
The Mid-Atlantic Ridge.
Correct. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. For 10 points, I need the name of the German composer.
Imperial tamer.
Beethoven.
It is Beethoven, yes. Part of the Hammerklavier Sonata. It's often cited as one of the most difficult pieces in the piano repertoire. Your bonuses are 3 more pieces known for their difficulty. 5 points for each composer you can identify. Firstly, this Russian composer.
Rachmaninoff.
It is Rachmaninoff. Secondly, for 5 points, this French composer.
Debussy. It's not Debussy.
Debussy.
No, that's by Ravel. And finally, this Central European composer.
Smetana? Maybe Smetana. Go on. I'm not sure.
What percent? Just against it.
Mine is like 50% Smetana, but he's not sure.
Smetana.
No, it's Liszt. 10 points for this. Characterised by curved, abstract figures of Persian origin, which textile pattern is named after the shawls produced at the eponymous town situated on the White Cart Water 7 miles west of Glasgow?
Reading Kamieniecki.
Paisley.
Paisley is right, yes. You get a set of bonuses Reading on Anglo-Saxon rulers. Who acceded to the throne of Northumbria in 633 and promoted the spread of Christianity in his kingdom? After his death at the Battle of Mayserfield, he was venerated as a martyr.
Anything? Do we have a guess? Sorry, we don't know.
It was Oswald. Which 8th century Mercian king is remembered in the name of a military earthwork that originally ran from the north coast of Wales to the mouth of the Wye?
Offa?
Correct. Who succeeded Ethelred I as King of Wessex in 871? His capture of London in 886 brought all the English not under Danish rule to accept him as king.
Alfred the Great?
Correct. 10 points for this. Run by a computer program or utility, what specific process reorganises data on a hard drive in order to improve...
Imperial visa.
Defragmentation.
Correct, defragging. So you get a set of bonuses on planetary astronomy, Imperial. Of the 4 giant planets of the solar system, which is both the most dense and has the fastest observed winds?
Neptune.
Correct. Jupiter and Saturn are both classified as gas giants. What equivalent term is used to classify Neptune and Uranus?
Ice giants.
Ice giants.
Correct. To the nearest whole astronomical unit, what is Neptune's mean distance from the Sun? You can have 10% either way.
Oh, God. 30 AU? I don't know. I should know.
Yeah, I would go 30, 31 AU.
30.
30 is correct. Bang on. Well done. So we get another starter question now. 10 points at stake. Fingers on the buzzers. Known by the abbreviation PPP, which economic theory states...
Imperial Fernando.
Purchasing power parity.
Correct. Your bonuses are on the boroughs of New York City now, Imperial. In each case, name the borough that takes its name from the following. Firstly, a northern European settler who purchased land in the area in 1639.
Staten Island? Oh, yeah, OK. Staten Island.
No, it's Bronx. Secondly, the Dutch Legislative Assembly of the early 17th century.
That is
Staten Island.
That is Staten Island. And finally, the Portuguese princess who married Charles II in 1662.
Queens?
Queens is correct. 10 points for this. A diphthong is a sound made by gliding from one vowel to the next. In this sentence, what is the dictionary spelling of the word diphthong?
Reading Ukar.
D-I-P-H-T-H-O-N-G.
Correct. Right, your bonuses this time, Reading, are on people born in Mumbai or Bombay. In each case, name the person from the description. Firstly, an orchestral conductor noted for his vigorous style. He was musical director of the New York Philharmonic from 1978 to 91.
Nominate Kamietsky.
Zubin Mehta.
Zubin Mehta is correct, yes. Secondly, an actor and director noted for his performances in Lagan, The Rising and 3 Idiots.
Sorry, we don't know.
That's Amir Khan. And finally, the first cricketer to complete 10,000 test runs, which he did in 1987, often known as Sonny. He's a regular summariser on Test Match Special.
Nominate Uka.
Sachin Tendulkar.
No, it's Sunil Gavaskar. Right, we're going to take a picture round again now. You're going to see for your starter a photograph of an actor portraying an artist. 10 points if you can give me the name of the actor and the artist being portrayed.
Imperial visa.
Timothy Spall and Turner.
Correct. Well done. So you're now going to see 3 more photographs of actors in the roles of notable artists. 5 points in each case if you can give me the name of the actor and the artist. Firstly?
Frida Kahlo.
Yeah.
Who's playing? Have you any idea for an actress?
No.
Take a guess on something.
I have no idea.
Go for Kate Winslet.
It's not Kate
It'd be funny.
Frida Kahlo and Kate Winslet.
It's the slightest bit like Kate Winslet. It's Salma Hayek and Frida Kahlo. Secondly?
Oh, he looks familiar.
Birkenhead, is it? No.
Van Gogh, 'cause he's got a red beard.
Possibly.
But who's the actor?
Take a guess. I'm
not sure.
Just guess a name.
Let's have it,
Smith.
please.
Van Gogh and Smith.
It was. Any particular Smith or...? I know, it's Tim Roth as Vincent van Gogh. And finally?
That
Let's pick
Probably
Robert
Dali.
Pattinson.
And Dali, isn't it, with moustaches?
Roger Pattinson and Dali.
I'll accept it. Robert Pattinson and Salvador Dali. 10 points for this. Which SI-derived unit is this? Its symbol can be formed by the initial letters of the capitals of Cuba and Croatia, in upper and lowercase, respectively.
Imperial Fernando.
Hertz.
Hertz is right, yes. Right, Imperial, these bonuses are on place names. Meaning black sand, the Karakum Desert covers around 70% of which Central Asian country?
Uzbekistan, maybe, or Turkmenistan? Go with Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan?
No, it's Turkmenistan. Completed in 1978, the Karakoram Highway links Pakistan with which country?
I think it might be China.
Yeah, it might be China.
I think it's, I think it's Pakistan and China.
Afghanistan is the
K2.
Khyber.
China.
Correct. The city of Karakoram, spelled O-R-U-M, was from 1220 a capital of which Asiatic conqueror?
Kublai Khan.
Yeah.
Kublai Khan.
That was Genghis Khan. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. What is the minimum number of countries through which an overland route from the Gulf of Guinea to the Mediterranean must pass?
Reading Ukar.
4.
Anyone like to buzz from Imperial?
Imperial Browder.
3.
3 is correct, yes. Bonuses on human physiology, Imperial. What 6-letter term denotes involuntary and near instantaneous actions mediated by neural pathways in the central nervous system?
Reflex.
Correct. What response is observed in the glabellar reflex?
I don't know.
Choking.
No, it's blinking. In the ankle jerk reflex, the foot is dorsiflexed. This response is evoked by tapping which tendon?
Oh, no, it's on the shin, isn't it? What's the one?
Patella.
No, it's the Achilles tendon. 5.5 minutes ago, 10 points for this. In 11 BC, Julia, the daughter of the Emperor Augustus, married which political and military leader? He later succeeded Augustus to become the second emperor of Rome.
Reading Ukar.
Tiberius.
Tiberius is correct. You get a set of bonuses now on the book of Genesis, Reading. In chapter 4 of Genesis, who says to God, "Am I my brother's keeper"?
Cain.
Correct. In chapter 6, to whom does God say, "The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth"?
Noah.
Correct. In chapter 10, who's described as the mighty hunter before the Lord?
Esau.
No, it's Nimrod. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. When expressed as a hexadecimal, what letter of the alphabet is the decimal number 12?
Imperial Browder.
C.
Correct. These bonuses are on an English institution. Firstly, for 5 points, founded in 1694 and nationalised in 1946, which British institution regained operational independence in 1997?
Bank of England. Bank of England.
Correct. In 2011, the Bank of England issued a new £50 note. It bears portraits of the engineer James Watt and which entrepreneur and industrialist, his business partner?
Adam Smith.
No, it's Matthew Bolton. And finally, the gilded bronze figure above a dome of the Bank of England building is known by the name of which character in Shakespeare's play The Tempest?
Ariel Prospero.
Yeah, I'll go Prospero.
Yeah, go with Prospero.
Prospero.
No, it's Ariel. 10 points for this. Slightly smaller than the UK, which landlocked country shares borders with China, Vietnam, Thailand and Cambodia?
Imperial Browder.
Laos.
Laos is correct. Your bonuses this time, Imperial, are on the novels of D.H. Lawrence. In each case, name the work in which the following characters appear: Walter, Gertrude, William and Paul Morell.
Sons and Lovers.
Sons and Lovers.
It is Alvina Horton, Miss Frost, Alexander Graham and Miss Pinnegar, secondly.
I'm
Only
lost
think of
after
Lady
Sons and
Chatterley.
Lovers.
Yeah.
Lady Chatterley's lover.
No, that's The Lost Girl. And finally, Ursula and Gudrun Brangwyn, Rupert Birkin and Gerald Critch.
Lady Chatterley's lover.
No, it's Women in Love. There are 3 minutes to go, and here's another starter question. Mole Day is observed annually from 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m. on October the 23rd by the American Chemical Society in commemoration of what?
Imperial Fernando.
Avogadro's.
Avogadro's constant? Correct. Right, these bonuses, Imperial, are on chemistry. What specific Greek-derived term describes substances such as iron sulfide that ignite spontaneously in air at room temperature?
Volatile.
Pyphoretic.
No,
What is it?
go on.
What would you say?
I was going to say volatile, but I think that's wrong.
Pyretic.
Yeah, you take your
Pyretic.
No, they're pyrophoric. Grignard reagents are pyrophoric organometallic compounds, each containing what metal?
magnesium.
Magnesium.
Correct. Which pyrophoric substance has the chemical formula NaH?
Sodium hydride.
Sodium hydride.
Correct. 10 points for this. The so-called summer triangle in the night sky consists of the stars named Deneb, Altair, and which?
Imperial Fernando.
Vega.
Vega is correct. Imperial, these bonuses are on repetitive place names situated on an inlet that indents the southeast shore of Tutuila Island. Pango Pango is the capital of which unincorporated territory of the United States?
American Samoa.
Correct. Which volcanic island in the Society Islands of French Polynesia has its administrative centre at the village of Vaitepe?
Bora Bora, maybe?
Yeah.
Bora Bora.
Bora Bora.
Correct. In which country are Mount Dom Dom and the holiday centre of Woi Woi?
Kenya.
No, it's Australia. 10 points for this. First performed in 1948, Buoyant Billions was the final full-length play by which Irish author who died a year later at the age of 94?
Reading Kamieniecki.
George Bernard Shaw.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses this time on the periodic table. Each of the following is a mnemonic for the symbols of the chemical elements within a group or period. Name the group or period in each case. Firstly, happy little naughty kids rub cat's fur.
Group 1.
Group 1 is correct. Secondly, nagging Maggie always sighs, please stop clowning around.
Group 2.
No, it's period 3. And finally, he never arrived. Karen exited with Ron.
The noble gases.
Yes, noble gases, group 18 is correct. Right, 10 points for this. In 1769, Poverty Bay was the site of Captain Cook's first landing in which country?
Reading Ukar.
Australia.
No, Imperial.
Imperial Visa.
New Zealand.
It was New Zealand, yes. It was Botany Bay in Australia, so you get a set of bonuses on US states in literature. Imperial. At the gong row, Reading University have 110. Imperial College London have 285. Well, you were a nice team, Reading. You didn't get a chance. You're up against some pretty strong opposition here. You're a pretty competent team, so we should have to say goodbye to you. Imperial 285 is, I think, the highest score we've had so far in these first-round matches, so congratulations to you. We should look forward to seeing you in round 2. Well done. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match, but until then, it's goodbye from Reading University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Imperial College London.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.